Hello darlings, I thought that I would just pop in here because I get so many comments and so many messages that if you were interested in a personal reading for yourself, you're more than welcome to tap the description box at the bottom, follow it all the way down to the very, very bottom, and you'll see that I have my account on my Etsy, and it's $50 for a personal reading. And I just wanted to let you know that because I have so many requests for it, and some people don't really check the description box, but it's in the very, very bottom, so you have to follow it all the way down to the very bottom, okay, darlings? And I would be happy to help you. Hello, darlings. Welcome to another broadcast of The Curious Mind of Raquel Carter. I am your favorite mermaid mystic. So today's video is going to be all about Virginia Giuffre, and my husband suggested this, and I thought that it was a very good one because he said, I don't know, do you recall this, darling? And I said, oh no, I'll just I do recall hearing something about it years ago in connection with Prince Andrew, but that was all I knew. So I thought, because she has passed so close right now that the veil is very, very thin. This is what happens when people transition. They linger for a certain amount of time. For example, my son lingered close to, I would believe, a week and a half afterwards. And you will get signs from them if you ask, you know. So what I thought I would do is try to channel in Virginia, since she is so closely past, okay? The only thing that I knew was, like I said, of several years ago, but I never kept up with the case or anything of that nature, so I don't really know, but I'm just going to see what comes in. Perhaps she has a message for us, right? And so allow me to settle myself. Remember, these things are all for entertainment purposes only and educational. And also illumination. We want to understand things when things like this occur. And it's not my opinion nor fact. It's simply what I'm picking up from the psychic realm. Okie dokie. All right, let me get started, okay? Okie dokie. The first thing that is coming in quite quickly is a childlike spirit. Very much I'm sure that if you asked anyone that knew and that was close to Virginia, she was the kind of person that she was very free-spirited, very childlike in nature. She had this playfulness about her, and it's taking me back to her in her younger years. I don't know how old she was. If you could put it in the comments, it might be helpful. But she's going back to this particular time in her life right before the incident, because I'm seeing the picture that I uploaded for this video. It's taking me back before that. Perhaps there was a picture that is in a family album of some sort that was indicative of before, because I'm hearing before I met is it Ghislaine, or because I'm hearing Ghislaine, Ghislaine, what's her name? Ghislaine, I don't know. The Maxwell gal, okay? It's the Brit. She's taking me back to before she met them. Okay, so she's showing me this Mrs. Maxwell that, oh, okay. She's saying she has all the answers. She knows exactly who did this. She knows exactly who killed her. And she's actually because she's pure positive energy now, she is feeling very, I'm hearing joyful, because now she feels as though this is a time in history that back when all of these things happened to her, because she was so childlike in nature before all of this happened, and the way that she became involved with Prince Andrew was, she's basically showing me that Mrs. Maxwell was sort of like a teacher, taking her under her wing, because I'm seeing like a hen with the wing, you know, moving the little chick underneath the wing. And oh, okay, so it sounds as though she was, this Virginia, was she American? Because I'm hearing she was going to tell me, you know, sort of like, Raquel, this is what I'm hearing immediately, sort of like a cotillion, or you're going to teach someone etiquette. And she was a British person. She was an English woman. So she had all the right particular, she knew how to like teach manners. She knew how to teach etiquette. And this is the way that she was kind of taken into the fold. And it was aristocrat toward that sort of feeling. And she very much felt that it was this sophistication, as if you're going to be mingling among these particular people. But this is how I'm being shown, this is how, confirmation, this is how she was able to, triangular? It was a triangular. So if you become this way, like the person, like say Virginia is up here at the top, and she was like wanted, for example, she wanted to become very much, she was going to teach her, like, I'm going to teach you all these wonderful, lovely bits and bobs about your career, how to get started, how to have, you know, whatever you want to do. This is the kind of attitude that Mrs. Maxwell was presenting to her. It was not anything seedy or, you know, of ill repute. Do you understand? It was very much, because I'm seeing a scarf being put over her in a sense. It's very ceremonial, very, oh, okay. So she's saying, for example, she presented it as if this connection to see how much, I mean, I mingle with the royal family. Do you understand? And this is going to lead into wonderful, wonderful. But why do I keep doing this? I keep seeing a triangle, a triangle. And so like, if for example, if you begin at the top and then this, I'm your next connection, and then you get to this connection, and then it's going to take you. And so you're going to be able to, okay. And so she's saying that she's very much was very much a spiritual person. She loved that entirety of like the monarch, the patriarchy, she was fascinated by it. She was absolutely fascinated by it. Okay, so the picture that I uploaded for this particular video, she's saying that I'm smiling, he's smiling, Mrs. Maxwell smiling in the background, because at the time of this particular meeting, this was, okay, as a picture does not say 1,000 words. Is that a saying? A picture says 1,000 words or something like that? It doesn't in this picture. She's saying, no, that does not say 1,000, because when you're seeing this photograph, this is before I knew all the terrible things that were about to transpire in my life. This was before. This is when I thought, oh, I'm just learning all of these different things. And then she started to pick up on things. She's saying, I didn't know that it was like I said, of ill repute. I had no idea it was of ill repute. I did not know that these were such, okay, so I'm hearing dominion, powerful government. Oh, ceremonial. Okay, so what I'm being shown is, was she like held somewhere where it was like, where it was as though it wasn't absolutely, putting in handcuffs or anything of that nature. It wasn't as if she was put in a particular box or something, or a basement where she couldn't leave. But it was almost as if she was programmed to not want to leave because of these, I think there was, are you trying to, there were ceremonies that went on, very ceremonial, very secret, making spiritual promises, sort of deviant endowments is what I'm hearing. I mean, she's showing me the Catholic Church. She's showing me the Catholic Church. You know how there's certain systematic things? This is just an example. I'm not saying that is in connection with the Catholic Church. What I'm saying is she is showing me the systematic protocol for ceremonial promises, spiritual covenants that you're making. Did Mrs. Maxwell begin giving girls, because I'm hearing girls, drugs of some sort to lucidity, dreams of lucidness? I'm seeing like a little, okay, I'm seeing in my mind's eye, do you remember there was a particular episode on the Game of Thrones? And it was that woman that wore the headdress thing on her head. And I can't remember exactly. My husband loved that show. And there was a redhead or something, and the woman that was the teacher or something, she was like the grandmother of the girl that was going to marry the king or whatever, and she knew that she was going to be poisoned because she had done something. Confirmation there. And confirmation again, someone, I can't remember who, but someone sat a little vial. It looked like a little shot glass, and it had poison in it. And she did one particular thing, and then she just took the poison because she knew it was like, I'm dying, I'm going to be killed, so I'm just going to take the poison. This is what I see Virginia explaining to me, as though we all took it knowingly. It was in a way of being not forced on us, but it was in a conniving way. It was forced on us. And this sort of, yes, it made them lucid, but it also made them complacent, compliant. There was a hierarchy. Once she was already in the midst of this, yeah, because why, Virginia, did you take the money? Okay, so I'm hearing I was already in too deep. I was already in too deep. Does she have children? Does she have a daughter? Because I'm hearing, did she have a daughter out of wedlock? Or did she go on to get married? Did you go on to get married? Because I'm hearing, I didn't see this coming. But I'm hearing her say, thank God for social media. Because I really, really, in a sweet, loving manner, please, people that are working on sexual abuse and all of these different things, because I'm seeing her bring it all down. Bring it down. Although I was silenced, because I'm seeing this, please don't stop. Just keep going. Just keep going. Please keep going. I mean, I'm getting so on fire. I'm on fire. I'm hearing it was fated. It was fated. That there was nowhere to go but out. There was nowhere to go. I tried to think that if I silenced myself, but my soul could not allow me to go in silence for the rest of my life. I thought that it would work taking the money. That's what I'm hearing her say. I thought it would work, but my soul was crying for that person and for the many people that did not make it out, that have died at the hands of the powers that be. Because I'm seeing like this, not, although it's not a Catholic thing, but I'm seeing it being represented as that, because she has to give me signs that I can articulate. But she made an oath. There's some kind of ceremonial thing that they make. It's sort of like a karmic debt you owe them in that particular, when they were doing those particular, when you're doing these particular, I'm hearing seance, ritualistic ceremonies, you know that you have, soldier soul, you can't get out. Why do I keep feeling as though, are you trying to tell me that there's some kind of like the MK Ultra thing or whatever that is, that brainwashing thing? Yes, okay, yes, there is. But I'm hearing her say it's not so graphically torturous as people in the social media and people on the internet are making it out. It's more of a subtle way of manipulation. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, this makes my heart hurt. But because she's showing me like younger girls, and it's sort of like she's saying, you know how like for example, you trust someone, you know how like you've seen, like for example, Raquel, she's saying, you know, like you've seen videos and it's showing you, maybe you were in school or something, like don't take candy from strangers, or if someone's trying to kidnap you, they'll be like, oh, would you like to see this puppy dog? I have it in the car. And she's saying, you know how like you would just, a young girl will just lovingly, they trust an elder when they're nice and kind to them, or they're telling them something that they know, like intuitively, picking up on this particular weakness or this thing that this person likes, that they will manipulate. And I'm seeing like they'll wrap it up in this really, really fancy, lovely way, even words and phrases, and they word it particularly well, and you just take their hand and you walk to the car, and you don't even realize, oh, what just happened to me? You've been kidnapped. And like as a little child, you don't even understand that the capacity to understand that is not clear, because they've done it in such a manipulative, soft way. It's not a harsh, they're not kidnapping you and throwing you in a van. She's saying they do it lovingly. Almost, it's this is why Mrs. Maxwell was so good at this. Because I'm hearing she had been trained since a young girl. Who was her family? I'm hearing spy. Spy? Isn't she in prison or something in Florida or something like that? Espionage? Why am I hearing the secret, is that a song? Secret agent. No, what is that? Is that a song, loves? Darlings, what am I picking up on? Secret agent. Is that even a song? That's not the words, is it? What are you trying to say? I don't understand. She's kind of funny. She's like, what I'm trying to say is I was murdered. That's what I'm trying to say. I did not kill myself. Do you understand? I did not kill myself. I was not suicidal. She's saying, why would I kill myself? Like, if I was suicidal, I would have been suicidal way before I got the money. She did not want to kill herself. She would not have killed herself. She's saying very, very staunchly, I would not have killed myself, because you know what? I was going to use that money that she is irritated. I was going to, and had been using that money to, because I'm hearing her say, if I was going to get paid off for something I know that was not true, to silence me, I was going to use that money and get back at all of the people that were guilty. And so, yes, it's sort of okay. So what she's saying is, you remember the old thing of, was there like some storybook or something? What is that? It was where the, what was it? It was a storybook where the person would steal money and give it to the poor people. Robin, or what was that? What was that fairy tale or whatever? Was it a fairy tale? But it was, they would take the money, and it was almost as if it was, okay, if you're going to give me something or something's bad, something Robin, was it Robin Hood? Was it Robin Hood, darlings? Was it Robin Hood, where they would take the money, and she's saying, yeah, I was going to do that, and secretly, because she's going like this, secretly, quietly, help all of these young girls and people. I was going to use this. Oh, okay. She's also saying that maybe it will come to light in the very far off future, after all this has crumbled and fallen, that you will see that she was secretly, because she's saying, I was empowering women that did not have money, so I would secretly pay their legal fees. If someone was trying to do something, I would secretly donate to their nonprofit or secretly do this, but I would always do it anonymously, because if I was going to be a surviving victim of this. I was going to use all of the money that was, basically she looked at the money as if it was bad money, because it was, in a way, she was paid off for her silence. Oh, but she also feels as though, because I couldn't keep my mouth shut, because she had such a free spirit, that they could not contain me, and they knew that it was getting close. And furthermore, I was going to go out screaming from the rooftops. So it was fated. There was nothing else to be done. It was fated. And I knew that going into it. I knew that going into it when I took the money, and knew that after a while with the money there, and you can only eat so much to make you happy, or try and get over this and try and do this, and it still doesn't work because my soul was not free. She feels as though she was still chained, as to some degree, as though she was still locked away, as though I can't be free. I can't be free. But she is saying, which is sad, but happy, that she is now free. She is now free. And she knows that people are going to share her voice. People are going to share her voice. And so the money, I don't know where the money went, or, she did spend quite a bit of it, she's saying. However, there is enough money to still do massive good. But she's saying that anyone that does have this call to do these particular things, and helping with this type of, unlawful things with children and trafficking, in a sense, okay? You need to be very careful when you are doing this, because once again, the powers that may be, they can find you within minutes. They can figure out exactly the intelligence for this kind of thing with these highly powerful people. Can find you. It's like because she's showing me a needle in a haystack. They will find you, and they will erase you from the planet. Okay, so when you're doing this, you're going to need to really make sure that you're doing everything. You need to have aliases. Oh, that's odd. You need to have alias name. You need to always go under foundations that are created. And when you're doing it with the government, she's saying, for example, if you want to start a nonprofit, okay, you don't start the nonprofit where it's, fighting against sexual abuse and trafficking. You put it under something that is so unfamiliar that you would never in a million years, you would think, oh, they sell plastic gloves for medical centers. What I'm saying is, it needs to be absolutely 100%, you would never pick up on it, okay? You're going to shred and shower the things in a disguise. The other thing that you really want to do, this is the most bizarre channel I've ever had in my life. The other thing that you want to do is, for example, when you are creating all of this, and you have a nonprofit, and you have this, and you have these names, and you're doing all of these things, you need to pay the extra amounts. You need to pay that was a confirmation. You need to pay the extra amount for everything to be undisclosed. So no one can see what you're doing. If you're trademarking anything, if you're doing anything, it has to be under alias, and you need to make sure that the government is not going to pick up on things. It would have to be like an Elon Musk going into this computer and try and find all of this, because they have means and ways and power that you know not of. So when you're doing this, don't open your mouth. Don't this is what she's trying to say to the people that are survivors that are having this cause, and you are going to work towards bringing down the house, okay? You cannot be loud and boisterous about it, because I'm hearing very much, she's very, very strong-willed when she's saying this. You must go about it silently. Do everything on the silent end of it. I was too loud because my anger and my emotions got the better of me, and I just went about it very slovenly. I mean, she's sort of making a joke. She's saying, if I would have remembered all of those protocol and those etiquette things that Mrs. Maxwell taught me, I might have lasted a bit longer. She's taking the piss out of everything. She's thinking, I'm pure positive energy. Like, nothing can happen to me now. I don't really care, That's funny. She's being very, very funny. Almost like, I'll get you one way. What? Oh, okay. So is that what you're saying? One way or no? That's the song she's wanting. I'm gonna get you one way. That's so funny. She's so funny. I wonder what kind of what sign she is. Is she a Sagittarius? I wonder. She's hysterical. That is so cute. But you know what? All is well. All is well. She says, now I can move about anywhere I want in the universe. If anyone wants my help, I'll be their little helpmate. I'll be their little spirit aid. You can always lean on me, is what she's saying to the people that are really, really have a voice and really want to help with this trafficking and sexual abuse and all of these different kind of things, that everything is going to be well. Everything is going to turn out just wonderful. And it's going to be because of people like her and her being able to utilize the money that was given to her so that it can be used properly to help the greater mankind, right? And she feels she says, yes, it was unfortunate, but there was a point to where, did she get overweight? Did she struggle with a weight issue? Maybe that's why she's mentioned that twice, that she ate her pain away. Did you eat your pain away? Is that what you're saying, darling? Because I'm seeing like little Debbie's. Little Debbie's. I really feel as though, can someone put it in the comments? Does she have a daughter? Why do I feel as though there's a young daughter coming in constantly in this channel? Yeah, because I do feel as though she's saying, yes, this is all that I have right now. And I really do feel as though she really wants to scurry on, because these other people, she really wants to be, she's going to try and, try to comfort those that need comforting through her death. And so she really wants to be on her way and comforting them, because, just as I know, and she knows also, that when you shortly pass, there's certain things that you want to, the people that meant the most to you in life, you will protect them and try to be their guiding hand whilst they're confirmation, whilst they're grieving, especially when it's first happening. I'm seeing her parents. Did she have a sibling, a brother? And I'm feeling like there's a young daughter or something. I don't know if that's so or not, if she ever even had children, but I feel as though that's there. Or are you trying to show me that you had a daughter and now you're with the daughter? Maybe you had a miscarriage? Yeah, is that all, darling? That is all. Thank you. Toodle pip.